Hello everyone, and I hope you're having a great day. So today we're going to be talking about face coverings. So as you can see, I am currently wearing a niqab. This is a type of face covering where you can see my eyes and you can see my hair. Now, just before we kind of get into this video, I just want to make you aware. Since I put this on, I have felt so empowered, so free. I feel so much closer to God, and I just went to the supermarket and it just felt amazing to not having all the men leer at me like they usually do. So I want to say straight away, I'm digging it. I'm feeling great, and I might be a little biased now going forward in this video. However, a slight aside, I did eat some pork just before I did this video, and I got a bit of the grease just right under here and here. So if you see me sort of licking my lips, that's why. But otherwise, let's get into it. So why we're talking about this today? Well, I'm not on some anti-Muslim campaign today. No, essentially what this is Kemi Badenoch, the leader of the Conservatives, is considering a banning of the burqa or vase veil, niqab, whatever it is. And we'll have a chat about that. So, as always, if you like this stuff, like the video, subscribe to see more, and feel free to leave a comment. But otherwise, we'll chat about it. So, firstly, I wanted to go through is what is the face covering and why do women wear it? So, I just did a quick Google search, obviously slightly biased, but here we go. So, women wearing burqas for a variety of reasons: religious devotion, personal modesty, cultural tradition, and identity. Of course, it's very hard to maintain an identity when you look like everyone else. So, key motivations include religious belief. Many Muslim women believe that covering the entire body and face is a religious obligation, following interpretations of modesty in Islam. Modesty and protection. The burqa is often worn to uphold modesty and protect women from being judged on their appearance. Who would ever do something so terrible as that? Allowing them to be respected for their character rather than their looks. I'm sure there's quite a few women out there who would be probably better not wearing the burqa in that case then. Devotional identity. Some wear it as an act of piety, to express their religious identity, or to emulate the wives of the Prophet Muhammad. We'll come on to that later, don't you worry. Cultural practices. The decision can be influenced by cultural decisions, particularly in certain regions like Afghanistan, or family and community customs, and then personal choice versus pressure. While many women freely choose to wear it, others may be pressured by family, society, or legal requirements, such as areas governed by the Taliban over in Afghanistan. Right, okay, so that's some reasons why women might wear the burqa. So let's look at some other reasons. Firstly, it makes shoplifting so much easier. Snickers. 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 Baby Bell? Baby Bell. Baby. Ooh. Baby Bell. Cream cheese. It just doesn't stop, does it? And that is in France, mind you. So. Oh, okay. Goodness me. It's like the tent in Harry Potter, isn't it? Right, it just keeps going. Oh my god. Are they done? No, there's more. Wow, okay, there you go. So imagine how hard it would be to shoplift if you weren't wearing a burqa. Alright, so yeah, that's lovely. Now, another reason that you would wear a burqa, but maybe not a burqa, somewhat. Burkini, yes. So, of course, it's a very hot day. You're down the beach, getting those rays. What's the first thing you think of? Covering my entire body in a dark material. That's right. Don't need vitamin D, but I can sunbathe like this. Now, mind you, I haven't seen many Muslim women's forearms or legs, so I guess I can't ever see the tan lines, can I? But otherwise, no, that's a great way. Obviously, I am getting my wife one, hence the size 8 being selected. And if I do it in 28 minutes, I can get it next week. So, perfect. Oh, it's Easter next week. Okay, I've got to do it a week after. Right. Okay, then. So, there's some other reasons why you get a burqa/burkini. So, what I was looking at is, why do women wear the burqa? So, I asked Grok, and he found me 2 verses from the Quran. So, first one is Surah and Nur, the main verse on women's modesty. And tell the believing women to reduce of their vision and guard their private parts and not expose their adornment except which is appears thereof, and to wrap their head covers over their chests, and not expose their adornment except to their husbands, their fathers, their husbands' fathers, their sons. Okay, bit of incest there. And let not stamp their feet to make known that they conceal their adornment. And turn to Allah in repentance, O believers, that you might succeed. Right, basically, this is saying they normally wear a headscarf anyway, because in that part of the world they did. Very sunny over there. But basically, you need to cover up your cleavage. All right, nothing to look at here. You need to just cover yourself down. It tells them to take their existing head cover and extend it over their juyubibina, which means their bosoms, cleavage, or upper chest. Okay, that's the first one. Now, the second one, this is the one that's a bit more explicit. So, Surah al-Aznab, Zab, the outer garment verse. O false prophet, tell your wives and your daughters and the women of believers to bring down over themselves of their outer garments. This is more suitable so that they will be known and not be abused. Okay. O prophet, tell their wives and daughters and the believing women that they should cast their outer garments over their persons. That is most convenient, and they should be known and not molested. Right. So, that's a very good reason. So people know who you are when you wear a full face covering. And you won't be molested. Well, actually, mind you, this is actually really warm. Right. Oh, imagine wearing that in the desert. Right, okay. So, I had a little look at this, and it basically says they should wear it to be known, and then wear it to not be molested. So now I have a little read, and there was a section in here basically talking about what this was happening, and there was a mention of incidents involving the Prophet's household. So obviously I asked Grok, what does that mean? And apparently, what happened was, Muhammad had a wedding with their little, with the little child Aisha, and his guests wouldn't leave on time. They stayed too long. And apparently, one of them got a little frisky with his wife. He touched her hand. That was it. So, because of that, he then wrote more. Look, in direct response, Quran 33:53 was revealed. So he suddenly remembered, oh yeah, this is going to be part of the Quran. So, harassment of women in public, which affected the Prophet's wives and daughters too. So, at the same time, Muslim women, including some from the Prophet's family, were being verbally or physically harassed by hypocrites and corrupt men in Medina, especially at night when going out to relieve themselves in the open deserts. The harassers would later claim, we thought she was a slave woman. Slave women at the time, often dressed differently, were not given the same protection. Okay. So, basically, what happened was, Muhammad's wives were getting harassed by blokes who were trying to, do them. So because of that, Muhammad said, right, my wives now need to be fully clothed up. So nothing to do with being closer to God. It was basically Muhammad's way of telling all his mates, look, the ones wearing full face coverings and burqas, they're my wives, don't touch them. That's it. So when we're sort of talking about the, banning the burqa, and a lot of people saying, oh no, it's a religious dress, it's a custom. If you do it, you're not letting women express themselves. I'm not going to go into the feminist point of view in this. I'll do this tomorrow actually, because it is batshit crazy. So essentially, women are forced to wear these burqas so that they don't get harassed by men. Now, obviously, this was all written in a time back in, let's say, the Middle East, not in modern day Britain. Now, apart from, the if you listen to sort of left wing politics nonsense, modern British men, well, the new modern British men excluded, don't go around harassing women. So women don't need to wear full face coverings. In fact, thanks to feminism, we had a lot of women wearing very, very skimpy things and they weren't being harassed, believe it or not. So that's the main reason why a burqa needs to be worn. So if Kemi Badenoch was thinking, we need to ban the burqa, main reason for it is either ugly women want to hide themselves under a burqa, which makes perfect sense. I would if I was them too. Women are getting forced to wear it by their family because their family, their brothers, husbands, fathers, not husbands, brothers, fathers, cousins, would probably get too tempted looking at their family member, might want to try it on. So they're forced to wear it. That's it. I think it should be banned. And now, mind you, I'll just leave on a little funny note. If women have to wear burqas because it will stop men being tempted to try and do things with them, then why aren't the goats wearing burqas? On that bombshell, that was the burqas in a nutshell. Hope you liked the video. Please like, subscribe, comment if you want to talk about it. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.